Hi, everyone, and welcome to another story, author success story on my channel, Shweta Samuta's channel. And we have today a law graduate, an educator, content creator, writer, and a successful author, Saurabhi Shahi, with all of us. Congratulations and welcome, Saurabhi, today. And it's a privilege for me to interview you. Thank you so much for giving me time. So, how are you?
Good, Shweta. Thank you so much for inviting me to your platform. I'm really honored, and it's really a great opportunity to be here.
So Saurabhi is an author of three books, and I'm going to share what has she written. So she has written "Tame the Mad Mind," and it's on anger management. And there's another book called "The Inklings," which is a collection of short stories. Let me share my screen so that you can see the covers, and you can go and grab a copy of her books. So this is her first book. I think this is book number two, right? Or
Yeah.
three?
No, it's book number 3.
Okay, so this is Tame the Mad Mind about anger management, and this is a collection of 40 short stories. Wow, amazing, Saurabhi. So let's get started. How do you find the books? Everyone who's watching it right now. Yeah. So it's doing really well, both the books, and she tells me that every other day she is seeing paperback copies of Tame the Mad Mind are selling, meaning she is not even spending on ads right now, and still she's able to see sales of this particular book, Tame the Mad Mind. Amazing. So let's hear from Saurabhi how has been her journey. So, Saurabhi, tell us something about you. Why you decided to become an author, and before deciding to write a book, what has been your journey till you decided your book about writing?
Uh, Actually, it was not planned. I think that I will relate it to an accident which I had. I had an ankle injury, and that was a ligament injury that takes too much time. So I had too much rest time with me, and I had nothing to do. So actually, this happened like something like that. It was something like a musk deer has that the musk is present inside, but the deer is unaware and is searching here and there. That kind of thing happened with me. It was within me, and I was searching here and there how to feel content and what to do, because I have changed my profession many times. I did my law degree, then I did my PG from NLU Delhi, and I grabbed a job. I was working with corporates for a few years. Later, I left that job because of my child, and then again I switched to teaching just to find more time with my daughter. I opted teaching profession, and I was enjoying that also. But meanwhile, I had an ankle injury, and because of that I was left nothing to do. So there was no other choice, and one day I was just sitting and I was writing something. I wrote something in Hindi that day, I remember, and the title was Mukhota. And I really felt very nice, and I forwarded to one of my friend. Then he told me that, okay, you don't remember, but you used to write in school days also. So that's why I'm telling that it's like a musk that is present in a musk deer, and you are unaware of it. This thing was hidden inside me since many years, and I was unaware. And the universe was giving me indications also that pursue this thing, because even when I was into the legal field, I enjoyed drafting, and I used to draft and write articles those days, and I used to enjoy that thing. And I used to get that kind of work like vetting agreements or writing some proposal. And when I went into teaching also, then also they asked me to write for events, they asked me to write for the activities done during the school, red day, green day, and I wrote well, and it was my job, additional job. But by that time also, I was unaware that, okay, this is the sign that God is giving me that you should switch to writing. But after that ankle injury, I really thought that, okay, I have to take this up. And by that time again I was skeptical, but during the lockdown I was totally sure that okay, I have to do this. And I started with blog writing, and later I was scrolling the Facebook and I saw your ad, and I enrolled for the first 5 days classes, and since then I am associated with you.
Wow. So, you know, when you gave that analogy that the musk is always there, but the deer is unaware. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yes, everyone has a book inside them, everyone has a story to tell. It's just that they have to get it out. One more
Yeah.
thing that is really inspiring from you is that you never gave up. Okay. So you hopped from one thing to the other in search of something, probably a clarity in your life. Okay. And once you actually got something that you love to do, you have actually hung with there, right, Saurabhi? So you're
Yeah, correct.
enjoying this process.
Yeah, surely now I cannot pass my day, if I don't do my this ritual writing. I'll call it a ritual now, because earlier I was like, okay, throughout the day I used to write while sitting on sofa, while cooking, in between I used to write. But when I joined your class, I got to know about the power of sprints, and whatever I wrote throughout the day was done just in 1 hour. I'll call it not even 1 hour, I think 40 minutes.
Yes.
So it was really magical. The power of sprint I discovered with your writing classes, and I found it really magical. And not only writing, I learned so much from you. And you are not only a writing guru, I guess. You are also, inclined towards spirituality, because when your class begins, it starts with some spiritual song, and then the energy goes on and on.
Yeah.
So, so it's really, really very motivating.
Okay. I didn't notice that you had noticed so much, but yes, I I actually think that we all have that thing inside. We are all spiritual beings, okay, on a human journey. As my mentor says, we are spiritual inclined, everyone, okay, whether they admit or not, but it's there inside us. We all are energy balls. So it is important that we start our day with the right energy. And if we follow that model that I follow, that with the same thing every single day, which has been the schedule of all the best-selling authors. They follow this ritual, and if everyone follows it, they can actually get a lot of things done in 40 minutes. So tell us about your books. If how come you got this idea of a book, and how much time you took to write your book?
Um, the first one, Inklings, it's actually the compilation of all the blogs, and I thought of keeping few articles and discarding few, but I thought that not to do injustice to other articles which I have penned down, so I should compile them and publish in one collection of short stories. And there is so much to learn. Might be the stories are too much diversified, but my forte is to give a key takeaway at the end. So whatever I write, because it's a collection of short stories, there are 40 takeaways at the end. So that's the idea behind Inklings. And for the Tame the Mad Mind, it's like, see, as a person, I was very short tempered.
Okay.
So this story resonates much more with me, but I have put that into a story format. And since I had an idea how to write a non-fiction, because I wrote one book, Punch of Positivity, that was a collection of 15 short stories. So I wanted to try my hands for a fiction writing. So I took this theme that how much danger and how much, you know, how much danger and how much injury temper causes to a person. I'm aware of that. By my own behavior, I know that. So from that idea, I just knitted one story, and with your guidance, because as you say that without outline, it's like sailing in the sea without a compass. So I really finished that writing very quickly. Within, I think, 15 days, I was through with the first draft. So, and later on I was with the editing phase. But as you guided us that okay, writing is not difficult. If you have inside your head, you can sit and write your book in 5 days.
Exactly.
And even during that book marathon, I came to know And I experienced that fun that even if we decide to write a book in 2 days, we can do that.
True.
And yeah, so and I would really love to participate in such kind of marathon if it's coming up in
Yeah,
future, so
very
that
soon.
within 2 3 days I can quickly pen down my book. So the story is about anger management, and I read one quote that anger is just a letter away from danger, and I resonate it with very much,
Wow.
because I know that even in family, I'm I have two brothers, and I'm the only sister. So, as a sibling quarrel, also, I know that, if you are angry and if you behave like that with your sibling or with your parents, how much damage you are doing. And you understand all these things later in your life, not when you are 25, not 27. Once you cross 35, then you realize that, okay, yes, these all things are not correct. So with all those experiences, I have written that story.
Wow. Tame the Mad Mind. I love the title. Plus, I also, love that the fact that we all have certain things in ourselves. Meaning, you faced it, you realized it, you learned something from it, and now you want to share the same learning to others. Okay, through your book. Similarly, anyone who's watching this video, if you are struggling with a book idea, all you have to do is look inside. What have you gone through? What have you learned from it? Is there anything that someone else can take away from this experience that you have? And there, your book is there. Okay, I can see your book. So what do you say, Saurabhi, about
Yeah,
this?
indeed, I agree with you totally, 100%. And while you're coaching also, I had one query and I asked you that day that, okay, we are finding resistance, or there was so much doubt. Now, at least I'm doubt free. Earlier, when I released my first book, I was too much, I was engrossed with doubts. But now I have let go that part, that okay, fine, even if failure comes, there is nothing to lose. So I have that this kind of mindset right now, that okay, fine, if I am standing at this point right now, even if nobody is going to buy my book, I'm still standing here. But if they buy, the power of if I have understood, why one should think, if it is a failure, why not if it is a success.
Exactly.
So I have switched my mindset there. And I'll really tell you one more thing, that the song by Ollie Carvalho that you play in the morning, Live Your Story, that has become an anthem for me. Because every time I hear that song, there are wordings are like that: you defy impossible, you
Yes.
got heart unstoppable, you are not just a fighter, not just a dreamer, you are an amazing creator. So these words, it keeps on ringing in my ears, and you won't believe that might be I'm you might say that I'm bragging, but whenever I sleep, I just see myself with a trophy these days. I
Wow.
don't know when that time will come, but I have at least started taking actions because of you. Because I noted that you emphasize so much on action taking, be an action taker. And because of that word action taker, I switched myself from a procrastinator to action taker.
And I can
Otherwise, I
totally
was
see it.
like, it was like, and one more thing that you keep on saying during your classes: eat that frog in the morning, eat that frog in the morning, otherwise, it will croak whole day. It's so true that one has to eat that frog. That is your priority, may it be writing, may it be whatever profession you are. Until unless you eat that frog, you are going nowhere. You
Yeah.
have to replace your should with must.
That's so well said, and it's very heart touching also that songs, okay, affect people so much, and the words, okay, affect people so much, and that you've already understood. Plus, you are a writer, and you use that as a sword, and you also use it as to influence people. You can actually, there's the result is endless, the outcome is endless. I also got to know from you that you also got some writing assignments, through your work, and you're doing really well. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, I'm just I have updated my profiles as a content creator and content writer also, though those assignments are not that big. But okay, yes, they are paying me well. One was international assignment that paid me really well, and I'm looking forward for more international assignments because they are very good. They are really good pay masters. So they pay you really well for, few words only. So they don't want, unnecessary words. They just want to hit the target. And if through your writing pattern, if somebody says that, okay, I like your writing style, then that person is hooked with you.
Yeah,
You then don't have to run after that person, because once that person resonates with your feeling or your style of writing, they will never let you go off from their track, because they want that quality. And you will provide that quality for even a bit higher price, and they're okay with it. And during this journey, I've also realized that few people, they approached me and they said, okay, fine, do this assignment for 50 paisa a word." But I declined those offers, not because of arrogance or attitude. It was like, I thought that, see, I'm not going to compromise on my work. If I get one assignment, I put my whole day into it. It's not like that, okay, I'll do it right now in 2 hours and I'll give you.
yeah,
I invest my 24 hours in that. So even if I get some assignment, I prefer they should go as per my code. Otherwise, I leave that. I'm in no, I'm not greedy to grab few paisa or few rupees. I'm giving you a quality. So I'll take up good work only. Might be the number might be small, but I concentrate on the quality.
yeah. So you've started valuing also yourself, and for you, your the what you give to the customer is at excellence, and that is why you expect that it is valued the same way, right?
Correct, correct.
Okay, very nice. So, what is your message to everyone who's watching this video right now? Any message you want to give?
Yeah, I will give one message. And because of you only, I started reading. People used to wonder that how can one write without reading? It was all the ideas or the experience that I was penning down. And it was like, while cooking also, I used to get few ideas and I used to write. So, but during the classes regarding the writing block, when you said that, okay, you have to read books if you find block, then I started reading. And if you notice, my books are really thin. First two books are thin. And the reason behind thin books is because of my own thought. I thought that might be people are there like me who might fear from picking up fat books, thick books. So let me write a thin book, because I am having that fear and many other might be having the fear. So just leave your fears and start with a thin book. And this is the message I'll give, that reading is really important. And now I wonder that I was away from this magical thing for so many years. And my mom, she used to tell me that, okay, if you don't have any work, sit and read. And that time I was, I used to react so much. And now I realize that she used to tell me such a, good thing to do. It was such a great advice. But now I realize that, okay, I have started late, but this is really something very nice, very nice. So do read. And one more thing that I'll like to quote, it's said by John D. Lemo, and he says that key to persistence opens all doors closed by resistance. So believe in your persistence and do your work. And just as you say, Shweta, that focus on your journey, enjoy your journey, and leave everything. If you will enjoy your journey, everything will come to you.
Yeah, true, true. So, key to persistence opens all the doors that are closed by resistance. So well said. Okay. You know what is that thing? That thing which is between you and your success. Okay? Everyone out here who's watching this video, this is very deep. And I always tell this, that you have to overcome what? Something that has actually, stopped all the developments in the world, which is stopping you to get there, be best version of yourself, is only your own resistance. That's it. If you can overcome the resistance, and how you can do that, easiest way is to just persist, okay, every single day and show up. Well said, Saurabhi. And read more books if you're stuck. So right now, if you are stuck anywhere while writing, easiest way to come out of that block is to read a lot. Okay, so it's like, uh, how, if a cup is empty, okay, if a cup is full, that you then you can pour something out of it. Okay, but when you start writing, suddenly what you are doing is you're emptying your cup. Okay, so now you have to refill yourself, refill the energy by reading a lot, and then suddenly after like days of reading, you realize words are flowing. So the easiest way to come out of block is read a lot. So that's about it. Thank you so much, Saurabhi, and go and grab her books, uh, by Saurabhi. Have you written in Hindi also, Saurabhi? Anything in Hindi also?
Yeah, I have written one collection of poems there, Kavita hai, and it's called Satrangi, but I'm planning to release its paperback also.
Okay.
So Satrangi is also there, and people might enjoy reading that also.
Okay, so yes, here is an author who has written 4 books. Okay, go and check out book on anger management, Tame the Mad Mind, Inklings, which is a collection of short stories. If you love Hindi, okay, go and grab her book, Satrangi. So thank you so much, Saurabhi. A lot to learn. Did you learn a lot from this? Type the, in the comment box, what did you learn from Saurabhi's journey? And yes, if you want to become a best-selling author, yes, the link is here. 5 days to most trusted author. Get started. Thank you so much, Saurabhi. I hope that you had fun. I had fun
Yeah,
interviewing you.
sure, sure, Shweta. It's always a privilege, and just I'm looking forward for one more interview with you when I hit my bestseller. So just looking forward.
Yeah, you will. Okay. Thank you so much.